Hello and welcome to this best of three series between Nerexa and VM Berserk. This is the third game in the series in the Warhammer League. Be sure to like and subscribe for more games, and let's get into it. Today we have Ogres versus High Elves. Again, very interesting to see this play out. I assume there will be a build-up from the Ogre side, just because it's very hard to overwhelm the High Elves, right? And yeah, I feel like most games I've just recently started playing Ogres, and I've done like, I don't know, 15, 20 tournament games on them. And I feel like most of the games you either go Lead Belcher Kite, Iron. I played a couple of Iron Blaster Kite games, and then just plain build up into an overwhelm with the melee rush. And it seems like this is the thing that he wants to do. Oh my god. Triple Saber Tusk, just Noblars as his main support units. Uh, if you don't know, the ogres are pretty bad, pretty bad at solo fighting. So you just have to, because there's a lot of pointy sticks on the opposing side always. So what you want to do is just have Noblars stand on top of your ogre bulls, and then this is the way that they fight efficiently, because the Noblars soak up most of the pointy sticks damage, and the ogre bulls actually go through and do the damage. So ogre bulls, gorgers are actually invisible. I mean, stalked. So you aren't going to see them unless you're like 100 meters relatively close to range. Same with these guys, the trappers. Trappers are super good in all matchups basically, where there isn't like super cheap magic that can kill them. Into, let's say, like Zinch, which we saw previously, because they, one, have stock. These guys are super cool too, because they have a special unique ability called Water Birth, which is the most insane heal in the game, 1% per second, and it also replenishes the combatants when in water. So this means that they will basically be rebirthed every time that they're in water. I saw a game recently of this. They were heal capped and they were full HP. I actually played the game of ogres. They were heal capped and full HP by the time that it ended, because they were fighting Chaos Warriors the entire game, Chaos Dwarf Warriors, and they just didn't die because of the water. They were just standing in water on Putrefying Carcass. So yeah, this seems like a build-up plus a, besides the build-up, it's going to be a relatively like straightforward collapse from the Ogre side. On the High Elf side, we have a, what is this? Archmage of Fire. Totally makes sense. What is the counter for the Ogies? So if you burn away their Noblars, then they have no support for their units, and then your Silver and Guard can basically just kill everything on their roster. Like, there is a lot of pointy sticks on the High Elf side, and again, if they do a full engage and you just burn away the Noblars, that is you're gonna be winning. Some archers, relatively light armor archers. This is probably to counter any type of lead belcher play, because again, same with the eagle claw bolt thrower. He is probably expecting lead belcher kite, so this is 380 range, and the lead belchers are 200 range. And same for the archers. The archers are on the high elf roster are insanely long ranged, 180, the best on any roster, I believe, with just a straight up archer. So yeah, a bunch of Silvering Guard to defend the front line. Some Oceanids. Oceanids are again very good at killing stuff that is smaller. I don't know if you would go for like even two Oceanids, honestly, in this matchup. Because what are they gonna fight? They're gonna fight Noblars or Piggyback Riders, right? And Piggyback, does he even have Piggybacks? Not at least in the Summoning Army. So they are good against them, but the Bulls are gonna be the main damage of it, right? These guys are kind of there to just hold, I guess, with their Fizz Res and their Magic Resist and Fire Resist, I guess. That's the point of them. But I don't know if I would go for more than... I'd say 2 is max, probably. We'll see how many more go. So the win condition from the Ogres is basically going to be a huge collapse after a build-up, it seems, at least for now. And the win condition from the High Elves is actually totally countered by a build-up. because they have so many tools from their side, which are just archers and bolt throwers. If there is a build-up, how are these guys gonna get value? This is like 700. I don't know on the high elf roster. I don't play high elves that much. I don't know how expensive they are. But these guys aren't gonna get the value that they want over the course of a long game. Why? Because Berserk is just gonna stand right here. And the range is gonna be right here. And he's gonna be too extended. If he wants to triple cap him, it's gonna be too much of an extension to go forward to do it so. Same for the archers, right? What are they going to shoot? They're going to shoot at like ogre balls that are going to be charging at them. So they're going to get like 3 volleys and then get compromised, especially with so many saber tusks on the field, right? So there's going to be a just huge collapse. And I assume that Berserk is just going to stand like right here with the non-stalked units, of course. And that's it. Nerexa is going to take the 2 objectives and then realize that he's absolutely screwed in this game because there's just nothing that he can do. Oh, we have a Flamespire Phoenix. And again, Berserk really knows these special spots in the map where the opponent just probably won't notice. Honestly, if you're not playing with debug camera and you're looking at something like right here, right? And you don't see that on the right side across the freaking terrain, the opponent is going and just going through the terrain and trying to surround you. It's very easy to just forget about that type of stuff. Let me actually drop the fire arcs since they seem to be a bit annoying. Yeah, that's good. Like this. We can just click on the actual units to see the fire arcs when they actually happen. So yeah, he's just attacking some Noblars. He's even contesting with the saber tusks here. Just trying to dodge all of the arrows. This is like playing against AI, right? And very hard. Just chilling, trying to waste the opponent's ammo with with shooting, and then trying to capture the objective. I don't know why even Berserk is standing inside of the range of the bolt throwers. He should just back up a bit to not take any damage. There's literally no reason. If he's contesting here, that's fine. But there's no reason to be taking damage on your actual army, especially from like stuff like archers or something, right? Yeah, there's just no reason to do it. I'm guessing also that Flamespire Phoenix is a bit afraid to go forward. And yeah, we're just waiting. Oh, what? He's going into the backline? That is very ballsy. Oh, he has a Gorger here too. The Gorgers actually went the full way around and are going now into the forest. This is going to be a surprise, definitely, for Nerexa. He does not expect that there's another hidden unit here. But he is, if he noticed, he is accounting for like three saber tusks that are going to go through the back line. So this means that he is allowing his opponent to fully envelop him at a certain point now, right? And there are Yetis. These are actually the Amblepeak Greybacks. Never actually said their name out loud before this. The Amblebacks are a very good unit, especially they cause terror and they get cracked when there is a terror-causing unit in rage. They absolutely get cracked. But yeah, it seems that he isn't going to try and contest the backline, which is crazy to me. Like, you're giving your opponent that is doing a build-up on you, that you know is going to surround you on this wide open map. You're giving them a fully free 4 units, well, technically 3 because he doesn't know about the Gorgers, ability to just go into your total backline, and all you have defending your backline is a Illyrian Reaver and an Oceanid. And you don't have the amount of supplies to actually defend yourself. He is paper thin right now with like 2 Reavers trying to defend against 3 Sabertusk. Even if these guys die and don't get enough value, they will shut down all of these archers and all of these bolt throwers in a way such that they will not get any value. And again, it's absolutely crazy to me that he's just standing in the range of these things and he just does not care. but they're not doing any special damage to them, right? Just 100 damage per tick. So, and there's also a burning head here from the Archmage that was absolutely dodged by a Noblar. So cool, very cool. And this backline compromise. Oh, he's gonna go with the trappers too. Damn, he's going full Spec Ops, man. Like, all of the invisible units are going into the backline. And this is definitely a mistake in not having something here to both spot for this. But he probably just doesn't expect any Gorgers, right? But I think this is a mistake in letting him pass for the first thing, right? In not contesting him. Or at least not saving enough supplies to go in the backline and do the collapse. Oh, are we starting the push forward? Because these guys are also getting into range of shutting down the Eagle Bolt Throwers. These guys are starting to get into position with the collapse. There's another Flamespire Phoenix. Oh my lord. I actually do wonder what they are for. Because these Wake bombardments are really good against stuff like Trappers, right? And Noblars. He can just spam them out. There are 10 of them. And yeah. I'm not sold on this build from the High Elf side. Flamespire, contesting the Blood Vultures, but this collapse is imminent and unstoppable, honestly. Berserk even has just 4 more units to summon in, while Nerexa has 5. And now he's trying to triple cap him. Oof, this is too late, and this is a desperation play, 100%, because he even moved forward since he knows he's about to get collapsed here, so he knows that the only way that he can win is just on objectives. This is gonna be a brutal defeat when actually the Ogres come in. Unless Berserk does something incredibly mismanaged when it comes to micro, there is very little chance that the High Elves player has. So yeah, let's see. Oh, is this the collapse? Yeah, here we go. So let's analyze how this is the perfect example of how you should do a collapse, right? This is the optimal situation here that you have stuff like this. And no, he even summons in a Silver and Guard instead of more mobility. So Vultures go in first, shut down the Bolt Throwers. Honestly, he can ignore these guys. The Archers are probably going to do more DPS than anything else. So I wouldn't even honestly bother with shutting out the Bolt Throwers. Like, they have 150 and 270, but this is morale damage, honestly, more than anything else. Whenever you see Bolt Throwers trying to pick off something that you have, it's honestly more morale damage. Like, look at this. Throughout the course of the entire game, they almost killed a Noblar. They almost killed a Northern Noblar and a Bull. And yeah, he's also collapsing from this side with the Yetis and everything here. This is a Heavens caster, so again, Comet of Cassadora for any blob fighting, and Chain Lightning for any elite infantry. And yeah, Saber Tusks are going in. They're contested again. Imagine if he had more defensive cab units here. He could basically catch with these with, let's say, a Fireborn here. He could kill all of this backline collapse in an instant and then try to support the front line fighting. And now he's also kind of stuck here in the front line because he can't relinquish the objectives. And if he does, this is too far out of a victory on like 2 objectives with this type of surround. He just does not have the ability to defend everything. And even these absolute Giga Chads are Boglars, are standing in water. These guys are never gonna die. Even if these Oceanids come here and try to fight them, the Boglars will probably win. So let's see the collapse in action. We know what's gonna happen. He's kind of forgetting the Gorgers though, and he also is backing off with the Sabertucks, which is fine. He should go round because again, there's just not enough cav to defend the Archers, right? And the Archers honestly don't even have the DPS because they have very low armor piercing. And even 30 armor will kind of stop some stuff. So, as I said, Boglars just going back, but look at this regen. It's insane. They're not gonna die. Flamespire Phoenix chasing down Vultures, but Vultures even killed this This absolute Eagle Bolt Thrower, right? They're not going to do anything. So what is there to defend the front line? There's sparse Silverian Guard that are going to win against the Ogre Bulls, but there's just too many units that are coming in through your lines, right? Now, one Saber Tusk is going to insta-kill these two archers. These guys are just gotten after with the Iron Guts, which aren't going to die. Comet of Cassadora, pretty underwhelming spell, but understandable. Just tries to nuke the enemy. This is perfect. Chain Lightning into the Silverian Guard. Elite Infantry, goodbye. And this is an absolute collapse, right? So, Gorgers killing all of the archers here, as we knew that it would happen. And now they're just totally free to back charge Silverian Guard and actually break them. They have 75 leadership, but there's just not enough of them. If there were like 4 more Silver Helms and a Fireborn, or 3 more Silver Helms and a Fireborn, look at these guys. Full HP. Don't care about a single thing. They even have their little Noblar traps, probably, right? If they didn't use them. They did use them. And yeah, they're just not going to die. So let's slow it down and see how the collapse actually deleted everything. Yeah. All of the infantry is dead. Just these two that are holding out, that are about to be back-capped by the Yetis. Flames Fire Phoenix, doing absolutely nothing. Did it even use any of its bombardments? Damn, it didn't even use bombardments. And these bombardments aren't even that good versus stuff like Ogres. So I'm not sure about the Flame Spire tech here, honestly. There should have just been, instead of the 2 Flame Spires, there should have just been a bunch more cav, right? Again, stuck summoning in Sisters of Avalorn. These guys are good, but they should have been in the fight way earlier. Like if he went for non-archers but Silverin, and yeah, look at these guys. They're maxed out on their healing because they are so good, especially in maps that have some type of water. Now look at this. This is gonna be damage, right? They have AP. But this is kind of a missed volley, I guess. But they are the DPS that you actually needed to kill this. Where are these guys from the company of Caldrarian? Should have had them out earlier too. But I guess they just died to a Chain Lightning here, right? 2k ahead for Berserk. He compromised every important side of the thing. And he also now has a triple cap, which is kind of the point of a surround push. And he is starting to win all of the fights slowly, right? He's just gonna summon in bulls. And, oh, we have a Lead Belcher summon now, which is, again, perfect timing for Lead Belchers when all of the shooting is compromised and or dead. And they're just the Phoenixes that are going to be annoying for the Lead Belchers. What you can do is just summon in a late Lead Belcher and start shooting up everything that is left. Which is like Oceanids and Flamespire Phoenix and the likes. You should also start unsummoning some of the units, right? Because these units are wanting to go back into the pool. He's probably very, very close, if not out of things that he can summon in this game. We actually have even Man-Eater pistols. I didn't even notice that these guys were out. So the Man-Eaters are super good at sniping SCs, which is stuff like Phoenixes. They're also very good in melee combat, especially if they're losing. Oh no, that's just the ROR, right? That has that type of thing. So yeah, super good unit, but it's getting peppered a bit and killed by the Phoenixes. Here, just getting collapsed by the Yetis and the Bulls. Here, we just have a total collapse from the High Elf side. Again, could probably unsummon something, but these are Iron Fists. They still have 2k HP. They're gonna be totally fine. Again, trappers in the backline, these Spec Ops MVPs with their little Noblar traps. When they're gonna get attacked from behind, they can just pop them. Or they get auto-popped. Yeah, there we go. Noblar traps. And this is a massive slow. This is also the reason why you always want some trappers in your army. Because you just put them in the front line and the cav charges just go fully limp when they go into them. Yetis still keeping the triple cap up, and now Berserk is even going to win on a 2 cap now, right? So even if he starts down trading, which he still is not down trading, he can very easily go back onto a double cap And as long as he compromises these guys... Oh, this is perfect. Oh, no. This is going to be some sort of wind spell. Oh, some sort of wind spell. Or a comet actually coming down directly on the Sisters of Avalorn. Oh my god. That is a source code type of deletion spell. Crazy. Yeah, I was gonna say, as long as he compromises the Sisters of Avalorn, he's gonna win. And a amazing Chain Lightning, fully killing an Illyrian Reaver and a Silverian Guard, double Silverian Guard. Damn, Berserk has been on point with his magic use here, within this game. Absolute deletion of the opponent's units. They're just a fire and water fight against some Yetis. But these guys now have the aura of supremacy because there is a terror-causing unit in the fight here, right? So he's just chilling. They're just chilling. This is their dream fight, right? Well, not their dream fight, but they're just totally fine in this fight. They get their 10% ward save, and there's a Archmage coming in to try and fight these guys. They're not gonna rout. So that is an absolute total fight, and yeah, the collapse was just too much for our opponent here. Let's see some value. Man, the Saber Tusks probably did. Yeah, pretty well. Pretty well. All paid for themselves. They're 525. Gorgers, another Spec Ops unit. And yeah, Boglars paid for themselves. These guys also paid for themselves. Damn, Slaughtermaster of Heavens got almost 2k value. That was basically that last Comet and a Chain Lightning, 100%, clearing everything. And yeah, Bulls, you don't expect them to super uptrade, especially into so many pointy sticks and so many big things from Nerex's side. But it was quite unfortunate. I feel like and yeah, Yetis all paid, all very good. These guys didn't pay for themselves. These guys, I think they did. Forget how much they are. 1k on there's like, it's super hard not to basically pay for yourself within with the Ogre pistols. These guys still have half HP because they can shoot whilst moving, and they're so good at sniping big stuff. Lead Belchers just got started on their wrecking journey, and I really like Iron Guts, honestly. Like, they're super cool. They have 100 armor. They just go well into cav, especially if supported. Not cav, infantry when they're supported. So I really like these guys. 1k on the Fire Mage, expected. Oh my god, these guys were probably Chain Lightning down. That is pathetic value. The other guys did pay for themselves, but you want the Silvering Guard, like your elite spears, to be good, right? If he just went for 5 spears, normal spears, he would have done a bit better, I feel like. Oceanids, again, not even close to paying for themselves, especially this one, which was even resummoned. Damn. Yeah, definitely kind of... I feel like it's not the play. These bolt throwers did absolutely nothing, but I don't know how else you honestly contest any sort of Lead Belcher Kite. So I think these guys are needed, even though they're not really wanted in this matchup. And yeah, again, probably magic killing them, a bunch of stuff. And yeah, he just had 4 cav units, man. And look at the Sisters. The Sisters were out for like, what? Like 2-3 minutes, and they paid for themselves, which is crazy. So if he went, let's say, 1 less archer, minus, let's say, one of the Oceanids, I guess 1 is totally fine just to hold, because they're super annoying to kill, have high resistance and everything, and then just go Silver Helms and Illyrian Reavers to defend your few shooting pieces, right? You're gonna get much more value, especially for stuff like Fireborn. I don't know, like, Fireborn would have absolutely killed everything on this roster, right? Especially the backline collapse. So, yeah, congrats to Berserk for winning the series, and I'll see you in the next series. Thanks for watching. Bye.